going on, everybody? It's Preston back with another video, and coming to you from a new house. Just moved in, got all my mounts up. Little one-bedroom house that I moved into since I started college, but hopefully y'all see a lot of videos coming from here. Thinking about calling it the Old Boy Outpost. That's what we're gonna call it. Owen stayed the night with me the other night, so we'll definitely be making some videos here. Starting some hunting videos will definitely be here in the morning. And but today we have a little bit of a different video. It's going to be kind of a short one, but I want to show everybody my new quote-unquote homemade camera arm for filming with an iPhone. So as you can see, I've got the phone adapter hooked to the friction head and your mount. Now this is basically an improvised version of the... Alright guys, what I was trying to say, I had to go check my knowledge, but I was correct. It's called the Muddy Basic Camera Arm. It's only $35. See if y'all can see that. It'll focus in on it. The Muddy Basic Camera Arm. So basically, this camera arm you can buy for $35. I got mine for $25 used on Facebook Marketplace, super cheap. It's almost got everything you need. So I'm using the friction head that's on it. I found with the weight of the iPhone, which I'm going to make another video soon showing my setup to film on my iPhone. It's pretty sweet, and it honestly does just as well as some of our cameras, some of our bigger, more expensive cameras. So I just want to do this to show that anybody can get into it without having to buy cameras. But basically I lighten this thing up a ton. So it's steel, it's not aluminum, which is, you can build this thing out of aluminum no problem, and it would be easy. And it could be a lot lighter than it is. But for my sake, you know, you can buy this camera arm already pre-assembled and use that, and it does just as well. It's just heavy. And but basically I just wanted to lighten it up, since I already had one laying around. And it already comes with a head and everything you need, except for one 2.5 inch 3/8 bolt, and then one 4-inch piece of all thread, that's 3/8, and one bolt, one 3/8 nut, and a lock washer. And that's basically all you need. And then obviously it comes with a strap and the bracket, but you'll disassemble the whole thing. So I'm gonna actually show that. I'm gonna show the whole thing disassembled, and all you want left is the base plate, the strap, and the two smaller segments in the arm. Alright folks, I've got it disassembled right here. So basically when you get your camera arm, it's gonna have this piece is gonna be inside it, and this piece is going to be bolted on top. And basically you can extend it. It'll have a little snap button that you can extend it. As you can see, these little holes in this right there and right there, where you can extend it back and forth. You don't want this piece. You can get rid of this piece, save it for something else, but we're not going to use this piece. So once you disassemble everything, I'm going to tell you what you need to keep and what you need to get rid of. You want to get rid of or just do away with, we're not going to use it in this build, the 1-inch piece of tubing, the biggest piece. You just want to put that aside because you're not going to need it. Also the bolts, you don't want to use any of the bolts. All the bolts that come with it you can put aside, because we're not going to use them. They're not long enough for the way I did it. If you can do it and everybody that use the same bolts, go ahead. They're just 3/8 bolts. But I went ahead and got me 2.5 inch 3/8 inch bolt, and then you need to get you a 4-inch piece of 3/8 inch all thread. Now there's other ways you can do this. I'm sure you can use a bolt, but I found the all thread is just a little easier to work with, and it's just what I had laying around. So I cut it down, got it to the desired length, and but basically you're gonna want to disassemble everything where all you have is the bracket, the tree bracket that's gonna go on the tree. You want to have your piece of 1/2 inch tubing with the friction head on there, You want to keep that, and you want the middle section of 1/2" tubing. So basically what you're going to do, you want to keep your 2 lock washers that are with the, there may be more than 2, to be honest. I can't really tell you, I've lost them if they are, but keep 2 of the lock washers, I mean the lock nuts that come with the camera arm. They're black, they've got the rubber stuff in there to keep it to lock in. And then you want to keep 2 of the rubber washers, and I believe that's it. I believe that's all you're gonna have to keep of hardware that you need for it. That's just your phone mount. So basically what you do is you're gonna take, I drilled a, I don't know, just a little bit bigger than a 3/8 inch hole right at the base of the tube. Now I was gonna use this part, the square piece, but the 3/8 inch all thread wasn't fitting in there smoothly, so I just went ahead and drilled another hole, and we used this hole on this side, and it works a little bit better because of the bolt. It's not threaded all the way up, and it can sit in there a little smoother instead of being in there like this and rubbing. So that does good right there. So what you're gonna do is drill a hole on both sides. As you can see, all I did was I took my piece of 4-inch all thread, ran it through there, and then took one lock nut on one side, and then also I forgot to mention you need another nut, 3/8 nut, and then a lock washer. And all I did was cinch that down where it's basically flush right here, and you've got, I don't know, let's see, and you've got about 2.5 inches, 3 inches coming off the bottom. You want to make sure you have plenty coming out the bottom, because this is what you're going to connect the arm to your mount with. So that's all you need for that, and your mount is going to rest on this. It may look like it's going to be smooth, but I'm telling you, it's smooth. It works great. I've tried. I put washers there, and it sits up too high. I put washers below it, and it just, this is the best way, I think, because you're not going to have a big heavy camera on the end, so you don't have to worry as much with it being smooth or putting a rubber washer there, and it's dead silent. So next thing you're going to do is take your two pieces of 1/2 inch, and you're going to put this one on top of the longer one. And first you're going to put your 2 washers right in between there, and then we're going to take our 3/8 bolt, put it through the top, put the washers on it, put it back through here. And for this, you want to use your other lock nut that came with the camera arm. This literally, it's costing me $25 to build this whole thing. It would cost you probably 40 bucks to build this. If probably cheaper than that if you can find one used on Marketplace. And let's switch this around. And then just cinch it down. That's all you gotta do. Just enough to where it'll swing a little more free. You can test it. See, that feels perfect. It's smooth. Them 2 rubber washers aren't compressed too much, and it's making it smooth. And the reason you don't use one is because when I tried to do it with one, I didn't have any clearance above it. As you can see, I got some clearance. If I press it down, I can make it touch. But now I've got, you know, about a 1/4 inch of clearance in there. So that's good. Now it's not going to be very long, but so basically this hole is already there. You're not going to use this hole. This hole is what you had a bolt that went through there to go in this little ring right here, but you don't need that. So basically, once you have your mount, you have your all thread sticking out the bottom. There it is, and that's your camera arm. You can move it around, you know, and it does good just like that. And when you want to take it off, pop it out. So, you know, as you can see, it's just rubbing on that nut, and it is smooth. You can see it's just free flowing, smooth as it can be. Now, if you wanted to, you could take another lock nut, put it on there, and stiffen it up as much as you wanted to. I'm not gonna worry with that, because I mean, this works just fine for me. And I may need to loosen this a bit more, but I'm gonna do some pans and just put it on the tree, show y'all it on the tree, and then do some pans with this old iPhone and show y'all that it's smooth and it'll do the job. If you want to get a budget friendly camera on and use your phone, we're gonna go put it on the tree, show y'all how it works. Alright guys, as you can see, we got it, the arm up here. I'm gonna go ahead, put the phone on there so you can see kind of what, I'll put it on there backwards, so you can see kind of what it looks like. As you can see, that's it. Now, the phone I'll be filming with, it will have a microphone and maybe a small telephoto lens that adapts to it, or wide angle. Not sure yet, but you can see this is basically all you need. And you know, I'm limited right now because I'm on a square post, but you know, I can tilt, I can go all around. Yeah, works pretty good. And you know, you can buy this off of Amazon for, like I said, $34. Get it cheaper if you buy used or look on Facebook or eBay. And all you need, a couple dollars, go to the hardware store, get you one bolt and one nut and a lock washer, and that's it. And to disassemble, take your phone off, take this off, take the strap off, and that's it. Alright guys, I hope this was a helpful video. Like I said, I'm going to be steadily trying to make this better and improvise it. Maybe build one out of aluminum using these same measurements. Strap could also be better. Also, I would recommend getting a different strap than the one that comes with it. It's not great, and but still, as you can see, it's fully functional. And obviously, when you're in the tree, don't slam it in there. You know, you want to be quiet, so I mean, you can put it in there pretty dang quietly, and it's dead silent when you're turning it. So I think I'll be using this a good bit. Now, you can always, if you're going to film with your phone, you can get a small little friction head that clamps on to maybe a bow hanger and screw it in a tree. That works too. But some of the places I'm going to be hunting on public land, you're not allowed to screw into the tree. So this was my next best bet with what I had. Save money. For $35, you've got something that packs down. Basically, you can put it, you know, in your pocket almost. I mean, not really, but you know, you see what I'm saying. And basically, the heaviest thing on this isn't that heavy. This is maybe a pound. This is about 1.5 pounds itself, maybe 2 pounds. So, you know, if anybody has any suggestions of how to make it better, a different mounting system, you know, message me. You can go on my Instagram. They'll all be linked down there. You can message me or you can comment on this video. I'd love to see what everybody has to say and what they think about it. So for $35, you can build a mini, basically pocket arm, and you can always reassemble it. There's nothing going to be wrong with it. Only thing you have to do that's going to hurt the integrity of the steel, which is not going to hurt it doing for this application, is drill the hole. That's it. So you got to drill one hole in the whole thing, and you know, I think it's pretty good. So y'all let me know what y'all think about it, and my next video will probably be my setup that I'm going to be filming my phone with. It won't be this phone, but you know, I'm going to have a microphone and have everything set up to do. Basically, I'm going to film it, I'm going to have it on 4K. I'll be able to do 4K 60, 1080p 120, get some good slow motion, and do some nice pans and stuff, and show y'all how it works. And I'll also be using this camera arm. But I just had this idea, wanted to lighten up. I actually saw a Facebook post that was talking about, I think it was in the Mobile Hunter group on Facebook. So if you haven't checked that out, go check out the Mobile Hunter group. I believe that's what it's called on Facebook. And there's a post about filming with your iPhone. And if you go on my Facebook, I shared it, so you should be able to see it if you can go through my Facebook. But you know, I think that's about it for this video, guys. And I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial video. Like I said, comment below if you got any better ideas to improvise it to make it better. And thank y'all for watching. Peace.